Now let's get into our banded good mornings, okay? So you're going to want the power band, the loop band, and you're going to want to stand on that through the midfoot, pull it up over the head, and I want you squeezing something between the legs, a foam roller, a yoga block, a pillow, or anything at all, right? Just to work the inner legs. Now, you're going to want to squash an orange through your midfoot, okay? Keep plenty of pressure, ground contact through the midfoot. Don't want you too much on your heels, too much on your toes, okay? Try and get that midfoot. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Here, I'm reaching up and I'm driving back, okay? As if you're kind of going skiing. Hips go forward, hips go back. Arms up, arms back, okay? So, like you're skiing downhill or like you're using a skiing machine in the gym these days, I think most people can kind of get that concept in their head that they're going skiing. And the kind of rest falls into place as long as you've got that ground contact, soft bend in the knee, hands up, hands down, okay? Because the hands are free in the first one. Here we have the Kettlebell RDL. Now, you're going to have an implement in your hands, okay? So forget about going up and down with the hands. You've learned the basic movement in the first one. Now we're adding a little bit more load through a weight in the hands, okay? Again, squash and orange through the midfoot. Hips go back, hips go forward, neutral spine. We're holding something in between the thighs for a bit of adduction. And something that I haven't said at the start there is that we want to be always bracing your core. So you'll see at the start of each of those videos, I'm kind of exaggerating my exhales. I'm kind of giving myself a few punches in the stomach, because when you brace your core, you want to be feeling like you're ready to take a punch in the stomach. Okay. Um, Now we're on to our dumbbell RDL. So with the dumbbell RDL, I've got a mat in between the legs this time just to show you can use different implements. My dumbbells that I have in my treatment room aren't awful heavy. But of course, if you're in the gym or you have heavy dumbbells at home, you can go heavier. Same for the kettlebell and same for the bands. You can always try different tension, different resistance profiles. Okay, different weights. So here we have the dumbbell one, very nice in two hands with the mat, and now we're moving on to our barbell RDL. So this is our first kind of most advanced version. When it comes to your grip, you don't want that to be the limiting factor, at least not in this protocol here, because I want to train your adductor magnus as much as possible. If your grip is given out, you're going to be training your forearms and your hands more so than your hips and your adductors, okay? So if you have wrist straps, go for them. I like to go one hand under, one hand over. I like my left hand to be an underhand grip. I like my right hand to be an overhand grip. And I'm using my straps here. You can see me taking my time, make sure I get everything set up right. Um, if you want to go two hands over, two hands under, that's fine, okay? And there's different types of wrist straps you can get. But you want to make sure that you're challenging the hips and the adductors and you're not losing out on your forearms, okay? If you need to build your forearms because you've got wrist or elbow issues, that's fine. That's a different way of doing things, okay? And from here, we're starting at the top of the movement and just gently going down as low as you can. If you didn't go all the way to the floor, that wouldn't be the end of the world, but I've got quite good range, so I can get all the way down with this exercise here. So this might be the heaviest loading version that you're probably going to be able to do here in terms of our bent leg hip hinges, okay? This is our barbell RDL, classic bodybuilding, strength training movement. And then I'm just racking it back up on top of the rack there. So you can be doing this in the gym, or if you've got a home gym set up. Next is the Zurcher Good Morning. I'm a big fan of this one. There's two ways of doing it. Well, you want to have probably something for your elbows there. You can see I've got that mat wrapped around. And for your elbows, you might have like a hip thrust pad or something like that, or even a towel is fine. Obviously we have the adductor squeeze, we have the pressure through the midfoot. All this stuff is the same in each variation. Now I'm starting from the bottom here on the safety pins and then I'm lifting up. You don't have to do it that way, but it's a nice way of doing it. So really this is a pin good morning, okay? A pins or good morning. I'm going just up from the pins and back down to the pins. If you've got safety pins in the gym, probably look a bit different to the rack I'm using here. But you can definitely go up and down from the pins. It's a really nice way to do it. Or you can just have it at your hooks and just walk in and out your hooks like you would with a squat, or like you'd see me do on the next variation. So this is the Zurcher, really good for developing your back and your traps along with those hip muscles and adductors. Yeah, very nice movement. I'm a big fan of this one. This is one that I would commonly use. And then we have our high or low bar good morning. Okay, so again, as I'm just demonstrating there, you always want to be bracing your core. Then you have two options. You can put the barbell high across the top of the shoulders, or you can get them across the back of the shoulders. Okay, so it's never on your vertebrae, it's never on your neck or on your spine as such. Okay, it's on your shoulders. It just depends. Do you like it sitting across the top of your shoulders or lower down across the back of your shoulders? Personally, I've been doing a lot of low bar squats over the last few months, and I'm finding the low bar position quite comfortable across the back of the shoulders. Here, it's nice and controlled. Again, like I said at the very start, it's a shallow knee bend, okay? Just a slight bend in the knee, and then it's hips back, hips forward. So you're not squatting the movement. We are still doing a hinge, okay? A hip hinge for the adductors. You're going to get plenty of like erectors and back work here as well, which is great. But we're looking to tax the adductors. We're not looking to get too much quad here, okay? So that's why just a slight bend in the knee. If the knee was straight, it'd be too much hamstrings as well, okay? So we're getting the balance right. A little bit of a bend in the knee just to smoke the adductor magnus. And listen, that's your variations there for the adductor hip hinges. And that's it.